What is up, Planeswalkers Theoric 6, back with some more Magic the Gathering Arena. Don't forget to head on over to flipsidegaming.com and use promo code 6 for 10% off on orders over $10. It's a good deal, helps support the channel. Now today, we're playing some interesting stuff. We're playing memes, essentially. We're playing a Historic Gateway deck. This deck was modified out of, I believe their name is MTG Arena Meta. I did see that they had a Twitch link over on their Aether account, so I'm going to go ahead and link that in the description below if you want to see interesting meta decks, as well as interesting off-meta decks that they tell you is off-meta. You can go over to the channel and check them out. Now, I have been getting a few comments regarding the length of my introductions during the DeckTech portion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this DeckTech a little bit shorter than I usually do, just besides my rambling right now. And I want you guys to tell me if you prefer this style or if you prefer the other style that's a bit longer. So in the comments, I'm going to have a pinned comment asking essentially, do you want really detailed DeckTechs, or would you guys prefer to have shorter, more succinct DeckTechs, which will probably give you about one more game on average per video. So this is going to be one of those shorter DeckTech videos. So we have so this deck is a Thran Temporal Gateway deck. We essentially try to play historic permanents from our hand into the battlefield. This does get around counters, which is really nice. And essentially, it's just like a 5-color good stuff deck. It's just kind of supposed to be a fun, memey deck, and I've been trying to make a Thran Temporal Gateway deck for a while, and finally I saw MTG Arena Meta's list that I think they posted a couple days ago. So we do have a Slate Ram package, and Llanowar Elves, Drover Mighty, and Gift of Paradise, as well as a few pieces of removal, Lava Coil, Cleansing Novas, Eldest Reborn, kind of in there, kind of count Vona, and then, of course, a bunch of Planeswalkers. The main source of the deck, obviously, is Thran Temporal Gateway, which allows you to instant speed, like end of your opponent's turn, flash in some of these really large creatures, or you can get around counterspells and play out a Planeswalker, for example, and get some really nice shenanigans there. Eldest Reborn is a saga, so it does work with Thran Temporal Gateway because sagas count as historic. And yeah, it's a very simple, straightforward deck. It doesn't have a lot of removal, doesn't have a lot of interaction. You really do want to try your best to ramp up to either the actual creatures or Planeswalkers, or get the Thran Temporal Gateway out early. This deck does have some problems with being able to, 1, stave off aggro, and 2, maintain card advantage if you're not able to get out one of your Planeswalkers. This is the mana base. It is all over the place right now. Probably could be better. I did modify MTG Arena Meta's mana base that they had, but this is kind of the best that I was able to come up with. And I do want to mention Time of Ice is another saga that does help a little bit in the more aggressive matchups, because you are going to be able to play this out on turn 4 and slow your opponent down rather considerably, and it still works with the whole historic theme. So that is kind of what the faster videos, the faster DeckTech format would be like. Real short, real succinct. I do prefer the more in-depth DeckTech explanations, but if people would just rather have shorter ones, then I'm gonna go with that. I do this for fun, but the fun is like playing the game. We're going first. If we get one more land, it's pretty decent. Otherwise, it's not great because we don't have a mana dork, but I'll keep it. I'll try it out. We do run 25 lands, so hopefully we can get some more lands. Oh, I should mention that this deck should only really be played in casual mode. You'll get crushed in ranked. Probably even low ranked, to be honest. Because aggro decks do feast on this deck a little bit. Not necessarily like creature-based decks, but decks that are meant to, be aggressive, like kill you on like turn 4 or 5, right? Those decks can definitely do that. Gift of Paradise helps, but not much you can do about it, unfortunately. So let's see what our opponent is doing. Black Dees. Okay, we got a 3rd land. That's very helpful. So on turn 3, we can go ahead and Gift of Paradise, and if we draw a land, we can play one of our 5-drops, probably Angrath, or if we don't, we at least can Temporal Gateway, and then we can turn 5 Zetalpa. Actually, because of how strong that line is, we might just do this anyway. Like, being able to Temporal Gateway into a big, beefy dinosaur on the first game would be really nice to do. Blue-black, of course, let's see if we get the... Oh, no, search, okay. So we're not getting discarded here. And we do have the other land. So depending on what exactly our opponent does here, we're either going to go Angrath or Temporal Gateway. Oh, they got rid of a counterspell. So that makes me think they already have a counterspell in hand. So I guess I would rather throw the Angrath out there, because Thran Temporal Gateway gets around other counterspells. But we really... Ooh. I see. So our opponent needs lands. So I'm actually going to shock myself here. because they might have Syncopate. And I'm going to Temporal Gateway, because it plays around Syncopate. Ooh, got there. Okay. So we're probably going to win because our opponent is, like, mana screwed. But to be fair, they probably shouldn't have kept a 2-land hand, even if it did have Search for Azcanta. Because now we get to just run around all of their counters. We can just drop, I guess, the land, honestly. I don't know if we're ever going to need Cleansing Nova, because we would kill our own Temporal Gateway. I guess we'll drop the Cleansing Nova. It's definitely difficult. But end of turn, we're just going to flash in the Zetalpa. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I guess I can play Llanowar Elves here. No, actually, I think I want to keep Llanowar Elves in hand so I can discard it. So I'll play the Temple Garden tapped and just pass the turn. I could like bring in Angrath to make them discard cards and lose life, but I'd rather just get Zetalpa out. Unfortunately, Zetalpa does die to Vraska's Contempt. It's indestructible, but it does not have protection from black. It can still be exiled, which is unfortunate, but cast Levi and all that. So let's see what our opponent does here. Look, just decide to pass. Unfortunately, this is probably a Contempt. That said, if they do Contempt, then we at least have access to Angrath. So go ahead and try to dome them. Zetalpa really nice. It works around Seal Away as well, just because it doesn't tap. But let's see if our opponent contempts, and it looks like they might. Or not. Opponent taking a bit of time. Alright, cool. And we'll go ahead and play the Hinterland Harbor. And we'll bring in Angrath. Their counters mean nothing to us. And we'll go ahead and plus. So even if they do kill Angrath, it's still a 2-for-1.
Please run. No fire, no
steel. Angrath, the Flame Chained. So even though our opponent is playing a pesky blue-black control deck, Thran Temporal Gateway gets around counterspells, and we usually empty our hands super fast anyway. Aww. I mean, I'm just gonna play the Llanowar Elf. Like, they might have another one of these, but like, if they're gonna make me discard anyway, might as well have something on the board. Especially since I didn't have mana to do things anyway. Cast down? Sure. That is fine. I assume at this point they're going to be looking for a way to remove one of our two things. Yep, that does nothing. I have no cards in hand. Yep. So they can kill either of these, but whichever one they leave alive. Oh, so I get to choose. Well, I choose to keep Zetalpa alive because Zetalpa is really strong. Alright, let's see if they have another... See if they have another thing. It wasn't really a reason to... So I could have kept a card in hand to fake them out, but this happens at the beginning of their main phase. So, like, it's not like I would actually bluff anything. Do you have an answer to Zetalpa? Please don't. I would like you to die. You're at 2. And of course, we're running Lava Coil and not Lightning Strike, because we care a little bit more about destroying creatures than we do about burning our opponent for 2. So hopefully... Llanowar Elf is so bad. I guess we just attack and hope. For what it's worth, we can play out Llanowar Elf just so it, like, we can sack it. Dream Eater. That's fine, I guess. Because we can still flash it in at end of turn. So I assume he's going to get my Angrath. Yep, that's okay. So this doesn't actually do anything. Because I can just put it back in. So I'm going to play the Llanowar Elf. This is what I mean. Sometimes the deck just runs out of steam. We did, for what it's worth, we did draw a lot of lands. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. So we had 6 non-lands and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 7 lands. So a little unfortunate. But, eh.
fire,
No steel. Use my Angrath against me. Incredibly rude. Let's see what they have. They do have access to a flipped Azcanta. Of course, this is exactly why we're playing in casual, to not play against blue-black control. But, yeah, you know, people are allowed to play whatever they want, wherever they want. And for what it's worth, it looks like they don't have the lands here. Alright, so this does leave them alive. But barely. Oh, wait. No, it doesn't. No, because I have double strike. So this is 8 damage. They can only block 7. This attacks. Yeah, no. Unless they have, like, cast down or something, this should be lethal. I guess they could have, like, a... They could have something. But this technically should still be lethal. Lethal, because we have trample. Yeah, that should be lethal. Yep. I guess my opponent just didn't have anything. Alright, cool. We beat a control deck. Woohoo! That's that stuff we like to see. And let's hop into another game. So about now is when I would likely finish talking about... Well, no, this style of deck is still relatively succinct to talk about, just because we wouldn't be talking about why individual cards are in the deck, since this is kind of just like a chuck good things in style deck. Ooh, no ramp. But like all the mana we could want. Ah, man, if our opponent's aggressive, this is really bad. But I don't think we get really a better hand. Oh gosh, they're aggressive. Crap. Yeah, we're dead. We are almost certainly dead. This is probably going to be Boros heroic reinforcements. Okay, maybe it is just mono white. Okay, it looks like it's maybe just mono white life gain. It's still probably really hard. We like need to have Lava Coil before this reaches too big, but yeah, we're probably screwed. The problem with decks like this is essentially that like you really do have to have certain cards in certain orders. So like, yeah, I'm not sure. So I think we do this and this into this, but you have because you're running a deck that wants to play a bunch of big things. You have to play big things, but you don't want to draw those big things until you already are set up, and you're not going to be set up until you get to a certain point in the game, right? So it's difficult. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, I mean, if we get Cleansing Nova, then we're okay, but it has to be exactly Cleansing Nova. And it's not. Are we alive with Gift of Paradise? So puts us to 12, 3, 6. Nope. Yeah. Too slow, unfortunately. That's kind of why we needed the ramp. But, could possibly find room for another Cleansing Nova, just as an additional way to wipe the board. I should say, this is supposed to be like a fun deck. This is not meant to be like a super strong deck, okay? So if you guys are like, you really shouldn't be playing this card or that card, it's a meme. It's just like a fun casual deck. I'm totally fine with deck criticism. Play criticism is pretty much always welcomed, as long as like you're not like attacking me. But you know, telling me I did something wrong is fine, like whenever. But if it's deck criticism, it really has to like, it depends on context. It's really weird to say I'm playing bad cards in this deck when this deck is meant to be playing bad cards, essentially. Blue-black, alright. Well, we have double Vivien, so even if they discard one of them, we should be able to play the other next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yep. So even if they Thought Erasure me, take a Vivien, I can play the other Vivien. Nope, Nightveil Sprite, alright. Will I Vivien to kill that? Or will I just Lava Coil it? I think I'm going to Vivien and kill it. Sure. Because even if they play something I really have to kill next turn, I can plus this Vivien and then play the other one. But the reason I did it this way is because if I have to, and I draw land, then I can Lava Coil Thran next turn. So that's why I went with that. So let's see what exactly they do. Might be campaign. I assume this is a Surveil deck. Art on that's fantastic. No, just another sprite. So I'll go ahead and plus here.
I've seen things that would break someone like
Could get Vona, but I think I would rather have a Steam Vents. Then I kill this. And just play out the Temporal Gateway. And then hopefully next turn I can use Vivien Reid, activate it, get a bunch of good stuff, and we should be good. Hopefully we are going to be in a nice Puzzet Ion. As I move my mic back slightly. Sure, take it, Vivien. That's fine. Yep. Vivien is definitely the strongest Planeswalker in the deck because of the number of creatures we're running. Let's go ahead and plus.
No one knows the wilds like I do.
Well, that's a little awkward. I guess we'll grab this. We have enough mana that we're just going to play out our hand. Our opponent could just, like, Ritual of Soot us, but I don't really think that matters because we have enough mana. Like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I mean, we have enough mana to play the majority of creatures in our deck, and even if we didn't, we have Thran, Temporal Gateway, so... Spybug. Oh gosh, come on. This drawing is not great. That said, Spybug right now, not very large, so I don't have to worry about it too much. Okay. This is a little ridiculous, I'm not gonna lie. We're just gonna beat them down with mana dorks. I mean, I assume they're playing discard spells, so might as well keep playing stuff out. And for what it's worth, Spybug dies to any board wipe they have anyway. I'm not afraid of their Spybug getting all the way up to 5 damage to kill Vivien. But... Oh, Doom Whisperer. Alright, so that has to die. Oh, I guess they could deal a lot of damage to themselves in order to kill Vivien. But that's 10 damage. Right, they'd go down to 6? I feel like they wouldn't do that. They're probably going to put her down to 2, though. Yeah, that's a decent play. So we're going to have to plus, hope we hit something good on Vivien. There's a lot of good cards left in our deck. Especially since Vivien chucked a bunch of crap to the bottom. Cleansing Nova, it's good. Okay, I guess they are going all the way down to 6 to kill Vivien. Yeah, I mean, I guess that does make it so I can't even get a second draw. But I mean, that puts you in a really vulnerable spot. Wow. Oh, they're to 8. I can't do basic math. Sorry. Okay, so they're in a less vulnerable spot. They're still at 8 for what it's worth. Alright, well, Vivien's dead.
I'm not losing everything again.
Need to draw. Oh! That's a good card. Hello, Senior Belzenlock. And I'm doing it now. Just so I can, like, play other things this turn. For example, I could play that. Could play that. Could play a lot of these. I'm a little frightened that I'm going to just burn myself to death. There we go. Ow. I think we're going to Vraska and kill the Spybug. And then play out a Llanowar Elf. Good old Belzenlock drawing us a bunch of cards. Oh, Belzenlock was not in MTGA Meta's original deck. I added it in. It's a great card. You do need to pay attention to how many like 4 lower cards are left in your deck, because he can just kill you. We are running very few. Very, very few. It's what, 2 Lava Coils, and 3 play sets of Mana Dorks. So there's 14 total CMC 4 or less than 4 cards. I go first. I have a Gift of Paradise. Seems fine. Not fast, but because we're going first, it's a little bit better. I'd love to top deck a Drover of the Mighty. Would be nice and helpful. Opponent is on blue of some sort. Oh, and we just get what we want every time. Who needs to play well when you can just top deck? They're going to opt. Yep. Drinking some of that strawberry watermelon flavored water. Ooh, blue-white, sure. Yeah, go ahead and do this. Attack in for Uno damage. And next are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can Eldest Reborn if we want to. Hopefully we draw another land so we can actually Etali. Etali would be preferred. Demon Lord is also a possibility. But I'd want to make sure Demon Lord, like, resolves. Oh, Teferi's a thing. So this is probably going to get countered, but that's fine. And here's the counter. In unranked.
Want me to phase you out of time?
Playing white-blue control. Alright, this I don't think is white-blue control. Found a renewal? Maybe it is. I don't know. I don't know. Yep, saw that coming. Alright. Let's Etali and start beating face, shall we? That's fine. I wish I had the Primal thing. Primeval Rebirth, I think is what it is. Don't you dare Cleansing Nova me, you dirty. Oh man, this is dangerous. Let's draw a bunch of cards, shall we? Alright, this blows that up. This also blows that up. Cool. That's fine with me. I drew some cards. Okay. So we can... I guess Vraska is probably better to resolve against this person. This is the person. This is a subhuman. Oh, come on. I can't stand it. No, but really, come on. You have something or you don't. I know you planned it. I'ma set it straight this Watergate. Revitalize? You fool. No, I would have liked that, Vivien. Alright, so they could have another Sabotage. Ooh, Bolas. No, I think I need to blow that up. I'm going to dome them first. Seal away? Alright. I mean, I'm pretty sure Cleansing Nova is just the correct thing to do now. So let's... I'm incredibly annoyed by that. Buck's still in the game. We do lose our Gift of Paradise, which is unfortunate. But should be okay. Because we draw more cards! Nice. And we got another Gift of Paradise back. We play a Llanowar Elf, and our opponent lost their Psychic Corrosion. They have 4 cards left. We have a Nikki B, an active Demon Lord. Sure, play your Corrosion. Oh, and you main phase Insight? Tisk. Well, gonna blow that up with Vraska. Can I do that? I can. Alright, good. If I play this, that's 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I can't. So I will play this tapped. Wait. Yeah, I'll play this tapped. And play out of Vraska. And I will blow that up. Because you're not allowed to have nice things. Only I'm allowed to have nice things. And I'm going to attack you with a really awesome demon. Balzenlock. He's a cool bro. This is great art. I wish I knew what was going on behind it. Like that's green something. But regardless, it's a really awesome, like, old art. Like, it's so obviously an old artifact in a cave, and it's just cool. Really nice thematic card. Opponent, please. I'm dead. Harder, better, faster, stronger. My opponent is none of those. Holy crap. Well, we're at the point where I have to check my internet connection, make sure I'm still connected to the game, because my opponent's taking so long that I'm not sure if I disconnected. Nope, I'm on Reddit right now. Let's go ahead and look at the MTG subreddit. Let's go over here and see. Oh, look. Nikia of the Old Road. All right, this is a 5-mana Centaur. 5-mana 5/5 Centaur. Creature spells. You can't cast creature spells. And it, like, doubles your mana? Is that what this is? It's in Japanese. Let's go to Scryfall. Let's see. Whenever you tap a land for mana, add 1 mana of any type that land produced. Alright, so it's a mana doubler. Oh wow, it's called Mana Mare in Scryfall. Oh wow, they cast something. A Teferi? Nani?
Right on schedule.
Sugoi? Oh my gosh.
Hurry!
Yes, hurry. Yes, thank you. You're playing Teferi, and you're playing so slow. I'm going to cast Eldest Reborn. Please. Thank you. I really want to cast Zacama first. I really, really want to cast Zacama first. But if Zacama gets countered, then they keep a Teferi. I guess if Eldest Reborn gets countered, they keep a Teferi. And I just attack it with Demon Lord anyway. Yeah, we're going all in with the Zacamas. Does it get countered? I tried. The Teferi dies, though. I still have 28 cards. And, like, a bunch of really good cards in hand. I'm good, man. Nope, attack here. Thank you very much. And then we plus.
The belligerent need her crew.
Vraska's so cool. I mean, what? I didn't say anything. I was trying to be like, what is it? Yandere? Sundere? I'm not enough of a weeb to understand all of the Japanese lingo. All I know is like Omaiwa Moshindaru and like Nani and Konnichiwa, Arigato, Sugoi, Kuwai, Kawaii. One means like horrifying, the other means cute, I think. It's like all I know. Ooh, Muldrotha. Alright, well, I'm gonna blow that up. Dude, I'm so glad we don't have Disallow in this format, so Disallow can't counter Planeswalker abilities. I guess I'm gonna go and attack with Bells and Luck and my 2/2. Do they have a Seal Away again? Nope, alright. Let's go ahead and play a Gift of Paradise. Nope, I would actually rather use this. I'm dumb. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I miscounted. I thought I had 4 and 4 to activate Thran Dynamo. Not Thran Dynamo. Thran Temple Core Gateway. Yeah, it's my bad, but it's fine. Oh my gosh, opponent. Thank you. Holy crap. Yeah, I'll just play it. If they counter it, they counter it. Yeah, cool, they didn't. I mean, they're in a bad way. Right. I destroyed 3 of their Psychic Corrosions. Playing blue-white Control Mill. This is a relatively budget deck. I mean, there's Teferis and Cleansing Novas. In this style of deck, since it's just white-blue, you can absolutely get away with just the Meandering Rivers and the Guild Gates once we get those in. But yeah, I mean, this seems like a relatively budget deck. Honestly, you know, no disrespect to my opponent. It seems like a decent choice here. So I assume, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh, I can cast and flip Nicol Bolas. So I am going to attack with just these 2 because I need my Llanowar Elf. See if I get Seal Awayed. Looks like my opponent's going to do something. So, settle the records. I always say Seal Away. All the time. This is fine. Let's go ahead and get 2 of our basics. And let's play around a counterspell, shall we? We'll go ahead and activate this. Putting in Big Daddy Bolas. Making our opponent discard. Making our opponent discard. Thank you. Ooh, they should have saved that. Well, I don't know. And we'll go ahead and flippy Nicky. And we'll get back... I mean, I guess the one true answer is we get back Muldrotha. Because Muldrotha gets back everything else.
The dead shall serve me.
Nothing like a game of a bunch of historic nonsense. This is how you do it. To be fair, my opponent, they're choosing the correct art, right? Opt. They chose the Dom version. Their basics, real good choice. Good card selection. But can't get around the goodness that is playing a bunch of awesome legends. Also, you may have noticed this is back. Sorry. I have like essentially almost all of Guilds of Ravnica. Man, I'm so excited for the new set to come out. It's gonna be sweet. Anyway, thank you to my lovely patrons, especially Salamander and Zoraga, for their continued support. If you'd like to join them and support the channel, you'll find links to that in the description down below, along with links to my Twitch. I've been trying to stream more frequently, my Discord server where I announce when I stream and where I chat with all of you guys, and my Aetherhub account where I post my deck lists for the decks that I play. Once again, if I'm going to leave a pinned comment in the comment section down below about whether or not you want to see the longer form deck techs where I really talk in depth about why each card's in the deck. It's different for things like this, but for a normal deck, those are more interconnected, and I try to be very clear. Or if you want to see a more simplified deck tech, definitely just vote down in the comments. And I really do think that everyone who has an opinion should vote, because if you think, well, most people are going to vote like this, most people are going to vote like this, even if one or the other wins, based on the percentage, based on how much they win by, that will help me figure out what exactly I want to start doing going forward. So definitely vote on that in the description. It'll be the pinned comment. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go and tap that like button, add a subscription to your mana pool, and cast a comment to the comment section down below. And until next time, all will be one.